What's going on? Welcome back to another episode of M&M Earthworks LLC TV. Just kidding, that's not what it's called, but it'd be cool if it was. My name is Cole Morse. I'm 29 years old and I own M&M Earthworks out of Southern Indiana. And I'm going to break down how I was able to financially start my business with no conventional bank loan, no business loan. It's not probably what most people do, but this is what it worked for me and my wife. So what we did is we bought a foreclosed home. Mind you, at the time when we purchased our home, I was an HVAC technician for my father. She was a teacher. I made 18 bucks an hour. She made whatever a teacher makes. I'm not even sure what it was at the time. She had credit card debt, student loan debt. I had all the stupid trucks and dirt bikes, and I had a Harley because I was kind of an idiot at 23. I was like, I need a Harley. They're fun. I bought a Harley. So I sold my truck, my Harley, my dirt bikes, got rid of all of them. To be able to afford our house. We bought this house right here as a foreclosure. It was non-livable when we closed on it. I paid $180,000, which I know was a lot of money. That's literally the maximum we could afford is $180K. And my father-in-law's best friend's a realtor. He's like, dude, I found this home. It needs work. It's 45 minutes from where I worked. I didn't want to make the drive, but something in me, like God would say, dude, I kept feeling like just do it. So completely out of my comfort zone, I was like, how am I going to afford this? How am I going to afford this? My wife just started working. She just got out of college, literally just got out of college. And I was working for my dad making, like I said, 18 bucks an hour. Put an offer in the house, gets accepted. Mind you, at this time I had like 3,000 bucks to my name. Even when I sold all the stuff I had loans and everything because I was a dumb 20-year-old kid that thought he needed a Harley and a dirt bike and all that stuff. And the one plus side or one good thing about my dad is he guided me when I was 18 to buy my first dirt bike at 18. I started building my credit that early. But I bought something that he knew that I would not afford. He's like, I know if you buy a dirt bike, you're gonna make sure you afford it because that's your life. Dirt bikes was besides my girlfriend, which is now my wife, besides her, motorcycles were everything. I love motorcycles, I still do. So I started building credit, so I had really good credit when I was 24. So that's how I was able to afford this, and I had an employment with the same company for so long. So, I mean, it was not, we barely got approved. I mean, because that was like the max. Our debt to income ratio sucked, like when we bought this house. After we closed on the house, it was horrible. Anyways, fast forward, we buy the house, or I guess I'll break down how we able to afford to remodel the house. This is where God comes in the story, because without this, without God, there's no way this is possible. Let's just put that right out there. There's no way this is possible without him. We put an offer in, it gets accepted. Like I said, I have 3,000 bucks to my name. She has student loan debt, credit card debt. I have all the stupid toy things. I sell that stuff. And thankfully I had a drive home service truck for my dad's business. I was a service guy, so I had after hours calls. I took call and stuff. So I had a drive home vehicle. I had that, and then we get an offer accepted. 5 weeks later, my dad's Eagles Moose Lodge, whatever you want to call it, was having a raffle to raise money for some charity, and they were giving away or raffling off a car, a Nissan Sentra car, I'll never forget. I bought 2 tickets to the car, thinking just whatever. I win the car. Hannah and I win this car. It's a 2013 Nissan Sentra, free and clear. So this is why I'm saying God is literally, without God, this is not possible. I win that car. I take that car, sell it for like $7K. That money, I took all that money and I was able to put into this home. Well, actually, let's back up. I win the car, sell it, put that money in savings. Our closing date gets pushed back 4 months for this house. Our lease was up where we live. We had to move out. So we moved in with my in-laws for a whole summer. So I grinded all summer and saved every dime I could. Every dime I could, I put back for a whole 3-4 months. That's what's wild, because you get positions. The closing date got pushed back, and I'm like crushed, so upset and mad because our lease is up. I'm like, what are we gonna do? Thankfully, our in-laws were like, you could stay here for the summer, but you got 3 months and you guys really need to figure out something. So we did that. I saved and saved and saved. I think when we officially closed, I had like 11K to my name, which I know was a lot of money, but I'm telling you guys, I lived paycheck to paycheck. I literally penny pinched and saved my butt off. So when we initially closed, it took 2 years to fully paint, flooring. I did it all myself because fortunately I had construction experience being in trade since I was, 15 years old. So I knew how to do that stuff. So we did all the work ourselves, a bunch of sweat equity. Fast forward to 2021, our sons are born after we're married. Interest rates dropped to an all-time low, and I refinanced the house. Refinanced the house for a lower rate, took $75,000 out cash. I took that money to buy my dump trailer to pay my truck off, and that's how I started my business. So I use real estate to afford my business. I know that's not how everybody does it, but that's the path that God put me down, and that's how I was able to get started. So I didn't get a big high interest bank loan. I literally took the money, the equity in my home. I'm officially 2 years in to own a company now. It's December 4th, 2023 was my official 2-year mark. I'm self-employed now, work for myself full time. It's wild. I have a lot to learn in the business still. I'm not the best excavator, I'll say it right now, but I love the business and I love working for myself, and I learn something new every day. And it's just crazy when you put your faith in God, what He'll do for you. And I'm not saying I'm the perfect Christian, because I'm not. I made mistakes. Everyone does. But without His guidance and lean on Him and trust in Him in the times when I need to the most, we wouldn't be here.